we are, the video you've all been waiting for, the problem with American Girl's marketing. Now, I have been wanting to make this video since Claudia's release because I feel like American Girl's promotion around the doll was very, very minimal compared to previous years with previous historical dolls. And, you know, a lot of people were justifying American Girl and their promotion for Claudia by saying, you know what, Courtney didn't get that much promotion, and I kind of gave it the benefit of the doubt. And then the Truly Me rebrand happened, and I was like, okay, here we are. And then I wanted to create the video immediately after the Truly Me rebrand because I was like, they promoted this so much more than they promoted Claudia, and already Claudia has started to get forgotten about, and she literally just released because the Truly Me rebrand happened, and I was like, this is rubbing me the wrong way. However, once I heard that the twins were gonna be a thing last year, I was like, let me see how they roll out these girls, and let me see the way that they promote these girls. And sure enough, American Girl for the third time has shown their true colors when it comes to promotion, and I was like, yeah, 3 strikes, you're out, girly. Let's do the video. I have a lot of thoughts, I have a lot of opinions, and of course, I'm gonna wanna hear you in the comments down below, your thoughts and your opinions. So let's get into it. So when Nenea, Melody, and Courtney all released, I wasn't really involved with the brand, and even Mary Ellen, I wasn't involved with the brand the way that I am now. Those releases that happened with the past historical girls, I was aware of what was going on, but the timeline of promotion, I was very not involved in that. I do remember though, specifically for the way that they used to roll out the historical girls. I remember that Mary Ellen got promotion. I remember that they were posting pictures of her on their Instagram, posting little snippets of showcasing the fact that a new doll was coming our way. And I remember that on Instagram, like they showcased her hands, they were giving sneak peeks of some outfits. It was very much that. And then I think that Melody actually had like a bundle that you could buy. And I remember that because I was like, oh, for AG Rewards members, I was still an AG Rewards member, you were able to buy her bundle before she was released, and it was like a month before she released. And then for Nenea, same thing. I feel like there was a bundle of some sort that you could buy prior to her release. They did a promotional video showcasing her like months before she released. I remember that. They did like a promotional video with her, Tenny, Gabriella, Z, all the girlies, and then literally Nenea popped up out of nowhere, and we were all like, oh my god, they're gonna release a new historical doll in September. And I remember it being a very big thing that historical girls were always gonna release in September. Like that was just like when and where the historical dolls would be getting released. So that is what I always remember the historical girls getting, like promotional things months in advance before their actual release, so that way they had a good rollout. So when I left American Girl, like working for American Girl, I mentioned the fact that I kind of stopped collecting and keeping in contact with the brand for like the huge gap of time that I was away working from American Girl. So I left American Girl in 2019, and then I did not pick up back on the brand up until after Joss's release. So I did in fact miss how Courtney was rolled out, Kira was rolled out, and Joss was rolled out. And I'm pretty sure that the pandemic affected Kira's release and Joss's release, but I really was not keeping track of what was going on for those releases. The American Girl brand was not in my mind, so I am so sorry if any of these things are wrong. But from my understanding, for Courtney specifically as a historical doll, she had a promotional poster of a silhouette of her the summer before she released, and then leading up to her release, American Girl was dropping a lot of different hints that a new character was coming. But from the promotional poster, you could see that it was an American Girl doll, historical doll, that was going to be getting released. Now, Molly was re-released before Claudia, but it would kind of be wrong of me not to explain the sloppiness of Molly's re-release, because I feel like a lot of us also were kept in the dark about her being re-released, and I feel like all of us were kind of like, what is happening? And even though she's a historical doll that was previously in the historical line, I feel like that whole rollout was just completely sloppy in the way that everything happened. On Molly's birthday of last year, I remember that American Girl had posted about her birthday, saying happy birthday to her and whatever. But in the comments below, people were mentioning the idea of her coming back, and American Girl was being extremely suspicious about the likelihood of bringing back Molly. So May 30th comes along and this appears on the American Girl website, and then before I know it, 2 days later, Molly is available in stores. I remember when I made that video of Molly being brought back out, no one really knew a specific date of when Molly was going to be coming back, so it was very last minute and everyone was kind of like, what is happening? They didn't promote her coming back whatsoever, and it wasn't unless you saw the website, and I'm pretty sure they did send out an email, or you were in the know on AGIG and through the grapevine that Molly was coming back, because I'm pretty sure that they did let employees know, and employees were telling people on AGIG that Molly was coming back. But unless you were not in the know or looking at all the other different places, you weren't going to be aware of the fact that Molly was back. I'll never forget, even in that video of me going to the American Girl doll store for her release, I remember people even in the comments saying like, when was she being brought back? Why did no one get advance notice of this? And honestly, I wish that they would have given advance notice, because Molly is a favorite to so many collectors, so many people grew up with Molly, and I'm sure that if people were aware of the fact that she was coming back, they definitely would have taken their kids to see this re-release happen, and she is one of the OGs. I mean, it's a pretty big deal, so I'm sad that they did downplay it. And then even then, on top of that, American Girl was commenting back to people's Instagram questions and saying that Molly was a limited release, and then later was retracting their comments saying that she wasn't a limited release and that she was going to be there for forever and always. So again, just very polarizing, confusing things. It seems like they didn't really know what they were doing, whether she was going to be limited edition or if they were going to keep her for forever. And honestly, she's still here, so there definitely was no reason for American Girl to be saying that she was limited edition for the whole day and then the next day retracting their comments. So all in all, the whole thing was just extremely sloppy, extremely messy. It seems like there was no direction in regards to the promotion or how things were going to be going out and how things were going to be told to the public. So Molly's re-release, even to this day, she's sitting out on the back burner. She's not really doing much, and they're not going to be releasing more for her. I don't know if they're going to release anything for her this summer or re-releasing some of her stuff that was in her collection before she was archived. Who knows? But Molly, as of right now, basically was just re-released. I think that they wanted to see how the originals were going to be doing back in their original form and seeing if it was worth it to bring back out Samantha in her original form or bring out Kirsten back in her original form. And Molly was the test subject, and I'm assuming she's doing great because she's still in stores, so who knows? But Molly's release, sloppy, 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 and no promotion or marketing whatsoever when it comes to that historical doll as well. Now, Claudia. This is an American Girl doll that really deserved better, still deserves better, and really is a testament to how American Girl will rush something and not give it the time it deserves just to appease and then quickly move on to the next thing. So let's just get into it because there's a lot to digest and there's just a lot that still to this day does not sit well with me. Now, I know for me as an AG tuber, I started to get word that American Girl was going to be dropping a new historical character in August, back in June of last year. And then in July, I made my video about Claudia and her collection and the things that we could look forward to in her collection. And people were in the know about the doll previously to that. And then moving forward into the actual month of August, we knew as a community what the doll had looked like, what her book had looked like, and there were a lot of leaks of the doll itself online. However, the month of August comes around and there is complete radio silence from American Girl. And it wasn't until August 19th of that month that we actually got some sort of indication that something was coming our way. However, in previous years with the historical dolls, we would get some sort of silhouette. Even the World by Us girls got a silhouette of a doll, so that way you knew a doll was coming. For Claudia, we got this, and it wasn't even on their Instagram page, it was on their story, just letting people know that something was coming on August 23rd. But again, no promotion prior to this, and this was the only promotion that Claudia got. There also was a email that was being sent out stating that there was going to be a book signing for a new historical character coming out, and it had a picture of Claudia's book. However, the event was only going to be happening in New York, and on top of that, it was literally within 2 days of the doll being released, and that doesn't give an audience time to fall in love with the character and see a trip into New York as something worthwhile, because we didn't have enough time with the doll and her world to find it something worth doing. So I remember people saying that too, that it was just way too close with the book signing and the doll's release to consider it worth it to go meet Britt Bennett. I had enough time as an adult and was able to give myself enough time to do that, whereas a lot of people obviously have to make that trip into New York and it needs advance notice. And we got advance notice, however, we had no character or anything to go off of in regards to what this character was going to be about, anything about her book. They should have released her book early then and then set a date for the actual doll to be released if they were going to be doing a book signing for people to go meet Britt Bennett. I mean, it was just, again, just the story for the CVS like reveal and then this book signing. But other than that, there was going to be no other events in the stores for this new character that American Girl was basically saying was coming. A lot of AGIGers prior to her release were very upset about the fact that she was getting no promotion, that American Girl was basically already neglecting the doll. And of course, August 23rd, what everyone speculated was coming true because people did not even know that this doll was coming out. There was no fanfare in stores. I remember that the day of Claudia's release, like literally no one was there, and the employees were like, oh, look at our new character, she just released today, and everyone was scratching their heads going, what? And even on Facebook groups, on AGIG, in my YouTube, people were saying, when did American Girl release this doll? We had no idea that she was releasing. And on top of that, American Girl did not even release a catalog featuring this new doll. They literally gave her a week before they already moved on to the next big release, which was the Truly Me rebrand. So when you look at the way that American Girl handled Claudia's release and the promotion behind her, she got absolutely the bare minimum. She has a great collection. I do enjoy Claudia's collection, but in the grand scheme of things, when it comes to American Girl and their releases for historical girls, she got nothing in the grand scheme of things, and I think that we can all agree on that. The fact that Claudia literally had a week to herself, no catalog, no release party, no promotion really whatsoever than this story that they kept peddling on their story instead of actually posting about her on their Instagram page, and they gave us this doll, and then we're like, okay, well, time for the Truly Me revamp, and all of a sudden, the conversation, American Girl immediately changed it and was like, all right, that happened, let's move on, within the exact same week. It is so unbelievably frustrating to look back on Claudia's release because I remember being so angry in real time, having Claudia, and then literally a week later, the conversation on AGIG, AGTube, and everything was already on the fact that the Truly Me girls were getting revamped. It was wild. And in my mind, I just kept thinking to myself, why would they do this? And it really does give this unsettling feeling that American Girl created Claudia just to appease us and then give her bad promotion so that way they can keep this narrative of diverse dolls do not sell well. So it's really hard to get out of that narrative when the proof is in the pudding. They literally neglected Claudia, didn't even give her a catalog cover, no release party. They didn't even post about her release event on CBS on their actual Instagram page. Like, it really just, again, boggles my mind how this all went down for her. So like I had said previously, not even less than a week later, American Girl on their Instagram was already promoting the fact that the Truly Me girls were going to be completely revamped. They did an entire promotional thing on their Instagram and on their story talking about the fact that this was going to happen. They started to promote the revamp 2 weeks prior to the release. That gives them 2 weeks to notify everyone about the fact that this was going on. I'm pretty sure there were email blasts that were also being sent out that were giving little sneak peeks at the fact that this was going to be happening. And on top of that, they already started to promote the fact that there was going to be like a weekend event party, little in-store thing that they were going to be doing for this revamp. Now, to me, that upset me so much because, like I had stated before, there was no events for Claudia whatsoever. And then, of course, the conversation was completely shifted when they started to promote the Truly Me revamp so fast after she had just been released. And then on top of that, they took so much time and energy into letting people know about the fact that this rebrand was going to be happening. And again, how are you going to release your first Black historical character in years and then completely take away the spotlight from her onto something else in such a short amount of time? It's just very problematic in my eyes, and from a business perspective, I can understand why they would want to do a huge event for this, because it wasn't just releasing one doll, it was completely overhauling an entire group of dolls. So I do understand. However, I do think American Girl could have peddled Claudia a lot more, and they could have spaced out the releases of Claudia and the Truly Me rebrand, and it would have made a better rollout for both of the releases as opposed to choosing one over the other. So after the Truly Me rebrand happened, we have really not heard a lot about Claudia. She's not featured a lot, honestly, on the website. It's mostly the Truly Me. The Truly Me rebrand was really something that was at the forefront of American Girl after the relaunch happened, and it continued up until the end of the year. And now for this year, going on with the twins, we're seeing the exact same thing happen. American Girl started to promote the twins literally like 2 days before the year had even started, and now the twins have had a month and a half of discussion because people were going to the Girl of the Year release and seeing the fact that new characters were coming, and even just the silhouette of them with the date of their release is enough for us as an audience to start to discuss them, and it's giving them enough time to soft launch these characters. They're giving an ample amount of time to these twins, and then on top of that, a week and a half ago, they posted this on their website, and then I think that they took it down because they saw that people were upset about the fact that this was promoted so much more far in advance than any promotion that Claudia got, because I feel like a lot of Instagrammers were talking about it and tagging them and being like, why wasn't Claudia given this treatment? And she was the last historical character that was released. And so I think that they thought, maybe we should, not have this that far in advance. Let's give it a couple more days. And as of filming this video, it is back up on their website. If you want to go see it, it's there. And it's letting you know that American Girl is going to be releasing 2 new historical characters, and they're going to be doing a Good Morning America thing, releasing these dolls. So again, it's just not sitting right with me. There is a problem with the way that this marketing thing is going, and I cannot seem to wrap my head around why the brand would do Claudia so dirty. I really can't. So this is where my rant stops. The twins release on the 22nd. I will be in New York there bright and early to get them and filming that video and giving you guys my honest thoughts on their entire collection. I just wanted to get this video out before the twins release because I want to take a moment to reflect on all of the previous releases that we have had within the year and a half, and I just want to remember this for future historical girls, and just really let's make sure that we are all aware of the way that American Girl promotes things moving forward, because there is something to be said for all of this, and I do find this to be a problem, and I hope that in the future American Girl peddles Claudia a lot more than they did, and that they give her more this summer, because honestly, she really does deserve it, and she deserves her own catalog cover. She deserves to be the cover girl for a month, and I hope that she does get it. That's where this video ends. I need to take a deep breather. All right, you guys, thank you guys so much for watching this video. Please, no matter how long of a paragraph or essay you want to write in the comments down below, please let me know if I'm crazy. Please let me know if I'm looking too deeply into it. Of course, keep it respectful. Don't be mean. I feel crazy, but I know a lot of people are seeing this as a problem too, and I just wanted to get my thoughts and opinions out there. Thank you so much for watching this video. My name is Chris. You guys can follow me on my Instagram, which is @thedollstudio by Chris. Make sure you guys subscribe to this channel. I will be at the American Girl store on the day of the twins release on 2/22, bright and early. Make sure you guys are there. Say hi to me if you see me. And then I will be in Chicago on March 11th at 12 p.m. and make sure you say hi to me. I love nothing more than saying hi to you guys. So yeah, all right, you guys, make sure you guys subscribe to this channel, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye, guys.